All right, welcome back. Today we're going to finish our background and do some shading. So last time, remember, we were doing our background around our ribbon, just giving it something to have contrast against. I'm working on framing and filling to create a dark background, or at least a background that is going to be different than my ribbon. All right, as you're finishing your background, the next thing we're going to need is a pencil and a Q-tip. If you have drawing pencils and a blending stump, you could use those, but I will show you how to do it with a pencil and a Q-tip. The next thing we're doing is adding value. So that way our ribbon looks like it has depth, which means it has a deepness to it rather than just being flat. You can use a pencil, you can use a charcoal pencil if you have that. Or if you have drawing pencils, you want one that has the letter B on it. So this is a 2B pencil that I'll be using. Normal pencils are HB, which is like the middle hardness of a pencil, but B pencils are softer and easier to blend. So we need to make shadows everywhere that there isn't overlapping. So optional, but if you want to, you can do a sketchy line all the way around all edges of your ribbon. My background is honestly too dark and is not going to show a shadow, but if you do a line around each edge and then blend it a little bit with a Q-tip, it will make the ribbon even look like it's standing out or sitting on top of your background surface. I'll show you in a second how much better it looks on my pink one, so that way you can see that the shadow might be effective if your background is a little bit lighter. All right, see, this one is showing up a lot better. So just going kind of go section by section, doing a little shading and then blending it so that way it's not such a sharp line. All right, so the name of the game is shade where there is an overlap and shade on the part that's underneath. So on this part, the horizontal is above and the vertical is underneath. So I'm going to go from dark to light on both sides of those lines. Remember, that's kind of like my equal sign. And then I take my Q-tip, rub on the dark line, and rub outward from there. So go from dark to light, outward from the overlap. Q-tip, I kind of do the same kind of pressure. I push harder to blend where it's darker, and then I blend it outwards lightly. This makes it look like that the ribbon that is on the bottom has a cast shadow on it. Dark to light, and then I use my Q-tip, push hard, and kind of spread the shading outward. Now the ribbon on top, I'm trying not to get any of my shading onto. So you can't just randomly smear or smudge the pencil And if you do, you can always take your eraser and make that ribbon on top extra bright by erasing any smudges that get inside of that top ribbon. Dark to light for the ribbon that is underneath. Keep doing this until you have done all of your overlaps. Make sure you do them on both sides of the overlap. And if you squint, it will kind of look like that. There's almost like a ribbon sitting on top of this background. Should look kind of 3D.